Senator Graham.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the hearing. Number one, an observation. If the shoe were on the other foot, it'd be front page news all over the world that Republicans went after sitting Democratic senators' phone records. It'd be news all over the world that 490 30 Democratic organizations had 197 subpoenas issued by some right-wing prosecutor. And the cavalier attitude that some of you have, well, nothing really bad here happened, I disagree. Fundamentally disagree. And if you ever had a doubt about where the media is at and where our friends on the other side are at, this should bring us all together. Apparently it will not. So I just want to let you know, I don't think I deserve what happened to me. Mr. Schwager, were you there on January 6th?
I was with you all, sir.
Yeah, did you hear my floor speech?
I don't recall if it was in the chamber
Well, you should
during
read
your
it
floor
because
speech.
I said, let's end this thing. So to Verizon, you had a contract with the Senate, is that correct?
That's correct, Senator.
And that was in 2022.
We've had a contract with the Senate for Communication Services.
Okay,
for
well, the
many years.
last one that I saw was 2022. How much money was that contract worth?
I don't know, Senator.
Would you say tens of millions of dollars?
It could be, Senator. I just don't
Okay,
know.
that contract had a clause in it that if anybody comes after a senator's phone records, you will tell us so we can defend ourselves. Was that a contract obligation?
Senator, I'm aware of the.
Yeah, it was. It was. So this is what you sent Jack Smith about my official. He had my official account. It says United States Senate Sergeant at Arms account. So you should have been alerted that this was the Sergeant of Arms. You have a contract obligation to the Sergeant of Arms and to me through that. The other one is my campaign phone. My personal, my campaign phone, and my official. This is Team Graham. Anyway, at the time of 2023, when they made their request about information regarding Team Graham and my official phone records, you were unable to find out that it was me. Is that your testimony? You didn't know it would involve me?
Senator, the analyst responding to that subpoena.
Well, they didn't know it was me. Is that fair to say?
I do not know, Senator.
Well, so you need to answer that because you got a contract to protect us. And you don't have anything in place to find out if we're being asked by the executive branch. You got all that money and you did nothing to earn that money because, will you agree the system failed me because I wasn't notified and you gave my information to the special counsel?
Senator, I would certainly agree we have frustrated you as a
Well,
policymaker
no,
and a
you
customer.
failed me. You failed to honor the contract protecting all of us. Do you realize Section 2 U.S.C. 6628 says, a Senate office shall not be barred through operation of any court order or any statutory provision from notifying the Senate of any legal process. Mr.
McAtee?
David,
McAtee, yes, sir.
you were familiar with that, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And when
I
you
am.
found out it was Senator Cruz, you went to bat for Senator Cruz.
We asked that question I testified to earlier.
And they backed down and folded like a cheap suit. They never pushed. They never wanted to court, right?
They never followed up.
Yeah, because they're on a fishing expedition. So if any of you had challenged these guys, they'd went away. So the Senate gave you probably tens of millions of dollars, and I've been a customer for a very long time. What about the 430 Republican groups? What about the 197 subpoenas? We're not going to give up on this. This is a major breakdown of constitutional checks and balances, a major breakdown of protecting people you have a contractual obligation to protect, and I think the biggest weaponization of the law, but that is yet to be determined. So here's what I want you to know. If you contract for a service, you need to provide that service. And if you can't provide it, you let your customer down. The system gave you all the discretion you needed, and you didn't use it. And if you'd used it, AT&T tells you what you got. How much more information do you need to know about me when it says Team Graham, Senate Sergeant at Arms? And finally, to this subpoena, the subpoena language. This is beyond offensive. Mr. Miller, do I have control of Verizon records?
Senator.
Are they in my control?
Senator, at that time, we had a different view of the statutory
The answer is
provision.
no. I don't have my own records. You have it. How am I going to tamper with evidence I don't have? This finding is offensive. What happened shall never happen again, and the only way we're ever going to get to the bottom of it is hold people accountable to fulfill their contractual obligations and use common sense to protect a republic that depends on separation of powers, which was obliterated here. Thank you.
Senator Klobuchar.
Thank
5
you.
minutes.
Thank you. We recently observed the fifth